find a way to save us all.
Do we have to do this one? Like, I'm just saying, do we have to do this one? I mean, I feel like since we did Incredible Hulk, I guess we have to do this one.
Yeah, we gotta
Welcome
watch
back
it so
to the
they don't
regular
have to.
podcast. Okay, yeah. Welcome back to the regular podcast. It's anything but. We return with the MCU Rewatch, episode 8, Thor the Dark World.
Best MCU movie.
Wait, was
I'm
that a
kind of
movie we
mixed
just
on this
watched?
one. Yeah, that was a movie.
That was a. Yo, what? Where have we been for like the last 2 hours? I think I like blanked out.
I don't know where.
Nah, but
Are
in
we
all
capping,
seriousness-
or are we being serious right now?
On all serious, the movie wasn't that bad.
It wasn't. I don't know
Better
what
than
happened.
better than
Yeah, it's like trying to remember it right
Nah.
now.
Nah, I don't.
I
think it was
remembered
better
more of
than
Incredible Hulk than this.
Yeah, I think the only thing that I don't remember was just that kiss where they was like in Asgard, but that was about it.
Remember the action scene.
And the third act.
This movie, it wasn't entirely boring. It wasn't boring.
The
from start
stuff
to
on
finish.
Asgard was kind of interesting, but when they get into the Dark Elves and the Earth stuff, it was
like
I-
all the action scenes, they hook you in, and you're like, okay, it's about to get good. And then it's just like
yeah.
20 minutes of boring exposition, characters you don't
Yeah.
care about. Like we don't care about
Darcy and Ian
the,
on
Ian
Earth.
the intern. We don't care about what's his face? Selvig.
Yeah, Selvig. Yeah, I mean he had a nice little character arc in Avengers, but don't bring him back for the sequels. He's fine, you know,
Yeah.
where he was at. But I just don't know, man. I'm so mixed on this movie.
Yeah. Like when we after Iron Man last week, like at the end of this movie, we were dreading this one. Dreading.
Yeah,
Absolute horror.
Reddit.
I don't
Exactly,
feel the
I was
same.
not-
My opinions on this movie
But-
have changed, but
Yeah.
I honestly thought this was gonna be unwatchable, but
It's-
what's that?
in my opinion, I still think it's the worst in MCU movie.
Honestly, I think it's on par with Incredible.
it's the worst
didn't enjoy it.
MCU movie, but it's not horrible.
At
It's a
least
movie
Incredible
gets-
Hulk was shorter.
Incredible Hulk did go by fast, though. I will
Like
admit that.
this is just the worst movie just because of the fact that there's movies that are just better. Like not
Yeah.
because this is a bad movie, but
No,
a lot of the
No
like,
MCU movie is a bad movie
yeah, a lot of the
or
reviews
terrible.
a lot of the reviews you'll see of this movie will just slap it at the bottom, 23rd or 24th, however many there are, and like a lot of them just don't give
And-
valid reasons.
Yeah, it just be like it's boring, like uninteresting plot. No, the plot is actually pretty interesting. It's
Yeah.
just the villain
The
stuff.
direction,
And yeah,
the director, probably the writers.
and like, did you guys know that Patty Jenkins was actually supposed to direct this movie?
Who's Patty
The director
Jenkins?
of Wonder Woman. The director of Wonder Woman.
She directed Wonder Woman. I thought.
Yeah, she
It's like-
directed Wonder Woman in '84. I would have loved this. That's why Natalie Portman wanted out of the MCU because they fired Patty Jenkins.
Well, I mean, Natalie Portman wasn't a great actress in this movie. Like, no offense to Natalie Portman, like she's
all right
probably
for
a
it,
good
too.
actress. She's probably a good actress, but in the movies that I've seen her in,
You know, like Star Wars. and
Star
everything.
Wars,
Well,
MC
Revenge of the Sith. I mean, I guess because she died, I was okay with her character. I guess
But this
because she
movie-
died. I
like,
was
That's
like when you
toxic.
walk into this movie in 2013, are you like, oh yeah, I can't wait to see some more Jane Foster?
can't wait to see some more Darcy.
No,
Who is this
Ugh.
Ian? Who is this Ian character? Can't
This
wait to see
movie's
more about
probably
his
was-
character arc.
doomed from the start because it has to be a sequel to Thor, movie that was
Yeah.
like pretty unenjoyable to most people.
Mediocre. Yeah, pretty mediocre.
Mediocre.
But I still liked it. I gave Thor a B. I don't care. I liked it.
You Thor
But
B. I don't
this
even remember
movie,
what I gave it. D or C or something.
You gave it a C, I think. You guys gave Incredible Hulk a D, but you gave Thor a C. I gave it a B.
It's really
But-
how I'm feeling on that day.
Yeah. And I think today, since I gave Thor the Dark World a chance, I enjoyed it a little bit more.
Yeah, because like before we went in, you just do a little exercise, clear your mind of all negative thoughts. You like forget about Ragnarok, all the movies that came after this, all the movies that came before. Just focus on this one.
Yeah,
And
and
it's not bad.
it was pretty good.
It was enjoyable. We were laughing at times.
I mean, just like some of the other movies, we were laughing at the bad parts.
Yeah,
But we were
That's what
also
makes the movie
laughing at the
good.
jokes that were made there to make us laugh.
I honestly think that
I
Iron
think
Man
we
2
were
might be
laughing
worse
because
than
we were
this
funny.
movie.
Iron Man, you said?
Iron Man 2 might be worse than this movie. I don't know.
I think
No,
this movie might be more enjoyable. It depends on how you're
no,
feeling.
Iron Man 2 is more
Honestly,
enjoyable, but Thor the Dark
yeah.
World might be a better movie.
Maybe.
Yeah, you're
But if I was gonna have to rank it, I'd probably have Dark World at the bottom, just
Yeah,
because
but
of more
it's not-
I
rewatchability.
have it right
Dark
next to
World's at the
Incredible Hulk, where it
bottom
belongs.
because there's movies that are just better by default.
Yeah,
Hey,
But,
Sterling, do you remember what I ranked Incredible Hulk?
you ranked it in D. Both of you guys ranked it in D, and I put it in C.
I'd probably put it at a C now.
What? Dark World?
No, Hulk.
Oh.
Save my Dark World ranking for that.
Bro, you ain't gotta change you don't have to change your opinion.
I know,
man.
but it's really how I'm feeling now.
But let's move on to the characters. I feel like we've said what we needed to say about the review. Let's move on to the characters. The characters are bad. End of
Snooze
story.
fest. Boring, so uninteresting.
So
The only one-
good character
there's
in this
two-
movie.
no, I'd say
She
there's
has, like,
two.
no lines.
There's two good
Sif.
characters in this movie. There's two
Yeah.
good characters. There's Thor and there's
Sif.
Loki.
Thor, man, I don't know about Thor, bro.
He's
I'd
enjoyable
probably
to
say
watch
Loki and
because he's
Sif.
like kind of cocky.
The
but
two
he's not.
best characters, Loki and Sif, hands
Yeah,
down.
I'm
Sif
probably
doesn't
gonna have to
do
say
anything.
Loki and Sif.
Sif,
I know.
But that's the thing, though. She
She
makes up for it
deserves
in Agents of Shield.
Of course.
Alright,
Literally the
right
best show.
click,
Nah,
scroll
no.
down, disconnect.
Bro,
Nah,
chill.
I'm
Stop
just playing.
Stop playing.
But it's Sif, like, she's cool, but she doesn't really do anything. She helps him
Yeah.
escape, and she's like a secondary love interest for Thor.
So probably Loki and
She should have been a primary.
yeah,
role.
maybe
Jane
Thor.
Foster, I think,
But
is
of
the worst
course-
character in this movie.
No, Ian.
Marvel
Her or
Studios
Selvig.
only
Her or
does-
Selvig.
At least Ian had a backstory.
Yeah, at least
His
Ian was
father.
kind of
Ian got some
funny,
cake, dude.
like
But
lowercase
no,
funny.
Selvage had to be the worst character for me. It was just really dumb. Why would they, have him running around with no clothes on,
Yeah.
or like have him just walk
Like he was
around the house
perfectly
and run
fine
around?
after Avengers when he was talking to Natasha, but no, he's
Yeah.
crazy because it's funny because he has a mental issue. It's
Hee
funny.
hee ha ha ha.
Laugh. She's putting shoes together. Come on, guys,
Hee
laugh.
hee ha ha ha.
But no,
my
Jane
God.
aggravated me because she tried to act like she knew so much. Like when she
Yeah,
said
like-
she's talking to Odin.
Who you
Who
think
do
you are?
talking to Odin like
Exactly.
that?
You were human. You
Odin
were
to slap
immortal. Bro, square down with Odin in the ring. Padme. Darcy. Dude, Kat Dennings is not funny.
Yeah,
she's not
she's.
funny. She'll say
Yeah,
it in a
she's
high
not
pitched
funny.
voice.
But
Mjolnir.
I'm meow meow.
Mjolnir.
It's not funny. It's not that hard to
Oof.
pronounce.
Mew Mew.
Meow meow. It's Mjolnir.
Yeah, Mjolnir. It's really not that hard.
Unfunny.
Mjolnir.
Yeah, and then every character, all the
Just
human
pisses me
characters
off with
were
that.
supposed to be I don't know the term. It's like comedic break something.
Yeah.
I don't know the
com-
term. You know which one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Comedic relief,
Yeah,
right?
comedic relief. Every character is telling jokes. Not the Asgardians. It's all the humans. Ian
Yeah,
is
it's
telling
always the
jokes.
humans.
Darcy
Hey,
is telling
honestly,
jokes.
The story's not that bad.
Yeah, like that's what I said. The story's not that bad, but once you get inside the Earth and the Dark Elf stuff, it's just not,
Yeah, the plot of this
not
movie.
interesting.
The plot of this movie
It's all over the
could
place.
have
I
been
think it's
pretty
okay
good.
that there was some Earth parts. It's just the characters are so
On
boring.
paper,
Yeah,
on paper, this would have been a good movie.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Of course, people always gotta mess
you'll
something
see
up. For some
a
reason.
really cool scene in Asgard, ships flying around, gods flying, and then you'll go to London. You'll go to Greenwich in London, and it's
Yeah.
Jane Foster having a problem trying to pick a menu with 3 items.
yeah, like fish, meat, or vegetarian. Nobody cares.
Dude, these Thor movies have more scenes on Earth than they do in Asgard until Taika takes
Except for
over.
the third one, yeah.
Yeah.
Until Taika Thor.
Taika
That's why I'm
knew
kind
to
of
do with
excited
Thor.
for Thor 4. But
Yeah, Taika. I think Taika knows how to write Thor. for a modern audience.
Yeah.
But the
But
story
yeah,
in
just
this
like
movie,
David
like
said, the story's not that
Malekith, like,
interesting.
we'll say Malekith, but like his plan,
Has no villain arc
yeah,
whatsoever.
there is nothing. This story, like you can't even remember it because it's just like it's exposition dumped to you in like the first 10 minutes and you don't remember.
Hold up, I gotta see what's his motivation, because I honestly
All I know is he
don't
lost the
remember.
battle years
He
ago
lost
and
the
he
battle?
took a nap. Yeah, remember he
He
got beat
lost
by
the
King
battle?
Boar or
Oh,
something, and then he like took a nap for a couple thousand years.
yeah.
And he was tired, had to take his
Don't
beauty
care.
sleep.
He wanted order, I guess.
And like you can tell, like they kind of, I feel like they didn't really know what to do with the humans, so they just made the scientists able to control the portals and stuff. But like Jane is so needy. She first thing she sees Thor, she slaps him twice. Like, excuse me?
Exactly. And
No
then she
respect.
punches Loki.
No
And she
respect.
punches Loki.
Thor
Like,
saved your Earth. And she's like, oh, you wanted him to come, travel all the way down to New Mexico to see you?
exactly. Nobody wants to
No.
come back to New Mexico.
He's got Sif in Asgard waiting for him. No one wants you. Go date freaking the dude. What was his name?
Well, who cares?
Tyler,
Who cares about
Doug.
that guy? The guy came. He came back for one scene. Like,
Yeah. She was sleeping with other dudes.
but she's still thinking about Thor. Like,
Exactly.
her booty busted out, but then thinking about Thor at the same time.
What a simp.
Thinking about
That dude
Thor
was a simp.
24/7. What? How is he a simp?
That dude she was with
He
was
really
a
did
simp.
nothing to simp. I think you don't. You're misusing the word
Just
simp
look at him.
here.
He's a simp. He's a simp.
She was a simp.
Yeah, she's simping for
Thor.
Thor. Jane is
What
the
a
simp.
silly simp.
They're all simps.
Darcy.
Darcy's a simp.
Darcy just went for it. She took what she wanted.
Yeah, dude.
But
Ian might
Ian-
want to press some
Ian
charges.
Ian just let it happen, though.
Ian might want to press some charges.
Yeah, because Ian just let it happen.
Yeah, I don't think he was really,
And if it was Darcy, I
consenting.
wouldn't let it happen, though.
Yeah, I don't think he was really consenting to that.
Looking
Yeah.
like a freaking.
Well, the
I
story,
don't even know.
I'm having trouble like putting the story into words. Because
There's no story.
There really
There's no
is, though.
story.
Like,
What, the
Honestly,
Dark
I kind of
Elves?
forgot what the story was about.
the Dark Elves got
just
mad
wanted
because
something.
King Boar RKO'd them,
Yeah.
and then they want
And
their
then they
green
just-
Kool-Aid slushy ether stone.
It's not even green, it's red.
That
Red
G-
Kool-Aid.
It's not even
Berry
red.
flavor.
Basically,
I mean, it's not even green.
Jane stole the G fuel, and the elves want it back. That's basically all it is.
What was she even doing there? She said that she was looking for Thor.
Why is
would
she in
Thor
London?
be in London?
Why is she
Exactly.
in London?
Why would Thor be in London?
Like, think
And if
you
she
go
was
to
looking for
Norway
Thor, why
or
was she on a
something.
date?
Think would go to Norway. Yeah, she's supposed to be this really smart scientist. Why is she living in an apartment with Ian and Selvig and Darcy? Does the
I don't know,
movie
why is-
care to explain?
Why is Ian
No.
or Selvage even staying there? Like, I could see Darcy staying there, but why is Ian and Selvage there?
Mhm. And how come Selvig is all of a sudden deciding to go crazy?
After a year.
Do we know? Does the movie know? Nope. Here's an action
No.
scene with Malekith that you don't care about. And let's
Here's
talk
a
about
sequence where
Malekith as
Selvage
a
is running
villain.
around with no underwear on.
Malekith is a villain. Like, you open a dictionary, go to boring, it's just a picture of Malekith.
It's not interesting at all.
Like, his motivations are so lame. He lost a fight 1,000 years ago and went to sleep for 1,000 years. Came back. Oh, keep in mind, it's really convenient that the convergence is
Talking in
happening
niggerish.
right as he... Keep in mind, the convergence is happening right as he wants to awake.
Says,
Right as Jane
And
gets
then-
the stone.
exactly. Right after Ether just sucks itself into her.
And it happened. I'm pretty sure one of them said that convergence only happens like once every 1,000 years. That's pretty convenient.
Exactly.
And
What a
you're talking-
coincidence.
And Malekith, like, what are his powers? Like, can you
I have
even
no
like tell me
idea.
his powers? Because 90% of the movie he just walks around.
What are his powers?
I don't know.
What, does he have a knife or something?
He
Like,
makes red dust. He makes red dust at the end of the movie, and he becomes sort of big.
why do they follow this guy?
Yeah, like it seems like his curse mark dude is way more powerful than him.
Bro, it's all Kevin Feige fault, man. I'm gonna keep
And
it
the
stacked with
director and
y'all.
writer. Like, what were they doing with
Because-
this
I wouldn't
movie?
really say it's Kevin's fault.
No, because it was too many cooks in the kitchen with this movie. Like, they actually meddled with this movie a lot. Because
Bro,
Thor was actually the most uninteresting character of the Avengers.
I mean,
so they wanted
Thor
to make this
1
movie.
did pretty well, so
No,
they
it
had
didn't.
to kind of like pull it back
It did
out.
like 400 million.
It
This
was-
movie did like 700 million.
But
and
like,
Okay,
in
Ragnarok
terms of
did 800
people
million.
liking the movie, it did not do well.
Yeah.
People only really saw it because of Iron Man. Iron Man 2.
I bet people probably liked this movie when it first came out, but once like
Yeah.
people started debunking it,
Yeah, once they got
Yeah,
more
after a couple
movies, once
months.
they started
Yeah.
getting more movies like Winter Soldier,
Like, exactly. Winter Soldier came
Winter-
in with a.
Arcade. Dang, I can't believe
Civil War
Winter
is
Soldier
better.
is next. Winter Soldier seems
Oh.
like the first modern MCU movie.
no.
Can't wait to Winter Soldier, bro. But like, I'm gonna keep
Malekith.
this stat with y'all. Like,
Lame.
this is the thing about this movie, man.
What?
You go to a restaurant. You
This
have
movie's
all of
better
these
than
different
Endgame.
choices.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
You go to a restaurant. You you have all of these different choices. You have salmon, filet mignon, all
Did you
of
say
these.
salmon? No.
Yeah.
leave.
Salmon,
salmon, filet
potato,
mignon.
potato,
You got
tomato,
steak.
tomato, tornado, tornado.
Exactly. You got all of these different great items to choose from, and you choose a bowl of Cheerios. This
Nah,
is
I have
what this
this
movie
friend.
is, a bowl of Cheerios.
I have this friend. I'm not gonna say his name for privacy reason, but he told me Buffalo Wild Wings is one of his favorite restaurants. He says, "Oh, what's your favorite wing type?" And he was like, "I don't go there to eat wings. Every time I go there, I get mac and cheese." That's what this movie is. You come to this movie looking for awesome gods versus super powerful beings.
Exactly.
then you
And you
get-
get a bowl of Cheerios instead.
You get freaking Ritz cracker of a villain, Malekith. Dude is
Not
so
even Ritz.
lit.
Ritz is better. You get Club. That's what you get. You
Dude,
get Club
Aldrich
crackers.
Killian could kick this guy's ass. Aldrich Killian. Well, at least
This
he
is
was
the
Thor,
lamest-
right?
this-
This is the
this is the
lamest villain
lamest
so
villain.
far.
Marvel has ever thought of. Like they should
Yeah,
have never put
probably.
this guy on screen.
Probably.
embarrassed
I feel
for
like he's lamer than Jan Rog. Dude, like, you don't know anything about this dude. Like, you know you know like a percent of his motivation.
He's an evil elf who wants to use the dark matter.
Dude,
to
he got
turn the
mad
world dark.
because he couldn't make toys for Santa anymore, so he wanted to steal the red slushy space. Dude, and so, what are his powers? Dude, like,
Nothing.
he never does like. He punches Thor.
Like Curse?
He
But
punches
what
Thor.
if Curse was the villain?
Curse is more threatening than Malekith.
Like,
That
this is-
dude's big and scary, but he freaking follows
Yeah.
Malekith around.
like he can just like pick up somebody from the neck and then like just suck the life out
Spur
of them.
them.
That's a cool power.
Malekith can't do that. What does
Okay.
he just controls the red slushy.
I really want to talk about Loki for a second.
The hero arc?
He's kind of like a secondary. He's like I think Loki's more of an anti.
No,
He's an
I
antagonist.
no, I want Loki. I wish they didn't show he was alive. Come on.
What?
I think what he's talking about is that him changing into the soldier character.
Oh, like I pointed that out.
Yeah,
Yes.
but I honestly feel like
I'm not allowed to share.
they
an
should
opinion.
never.
Nope.
They
Fox.
they should have never used that. They should
Yeah,
never put that in.
I said
I
while
didn't-
we were
I've
watching,
never
they should
seen that
not
scene
have put
before.
the
Honestly,
scene. They made it so
what
obvious
they
that
should've
it was
done
Loki.
was had Loki come out of nowhere and
But I think Loki had a neat hero arc to himself. No, we'll talk.
Yeah,
about
he was an
after that.
antagonist, but he had a great redemption arc.
Yeah, I think his mother dying
That
kind of
Steve
brings him
Rogers
closer
was
to
fire.
Thor.
Yeah,
We see they do like fight together, and they do share an emotional moment as he was dying. Maybe Loki faked it. I don't know.
yeah,
No,
like
I-
that's just up to the audience, And then
But I
at the
always
end credit
like-
scene, we show him as Loki. I mean,
Yeah,
as
I always
Loki.
like
No,
Loki's
the
two
very last
sides.
credits. The very last. end
Yeah.
credits, the end credits.
They should have replaced the kiss with the
Yeah,
Loki
no one
thing.
cares.
and then
You
they
were
should
about
have
to say
replaced
they
the-
should replace the kiss with Loki kissing Thor.
I mean, What
Hey,
if
I would've
Loki
rather
just
had
came
that.
down from the Bifrost?
No, I
and
don't feel
just-
like it should have been the credits. I feel like it should have been just the final scene of the movie. Like if you didn't know it was
with the
Loki.
kiss.
Yeah, no,
yeah. Oh.
him as Odin. Like if that was the final shot, that would have been like. But like from the
No,
halfway
brother.
point through
Thank
the
you.
movie, you already know it's Loki.
Yeah, you already know it's Loki because you see him change.
Yeah.
So why would they show that?
They should have cut that whole scene out and then just have it with the guard talking to Odin.
At least it would have made more sense.
Yeah, maybe like zoom in on the
What-
guard a little bit with some sinister music.
But how would the guard be there though?
They'd have to
Do
figure
we
it
know?
out for themselves.
Does the movie know? Nope.
No.
Here's the action scene with Malekith. But Thor's arc, where is it?
It's nothing. It's non-existent.
his arc-
nowhere.
You can see the character in this movie and the Thor from the first movie. Like it seems like he
You can
had his.
Tell, dude.
No, let's
can
go ahead. Finish what you were
tell.
saying. I wasn't done.
All I said was you can tell.
But
Oh.
I don't know why you
it
gotta talk
feels
so-
like Thor had his own character arc between Thor 1 and Dark World. Like he
doesn't.
had more of an arc in Avengers than this movie. Like the Thor from the end of Thor 1 is not in this movie. But the Thor from Avengers is in this movie.
Yeah. You know, a little bit more grown up than he was in Thor
Yeah.
and everything. Like
He's
that.
a little more mature
But-
and everything, but I feel like we should have started out this movie with him being a little hot-headed, and then Loki's death is what motivates him to become better.
Yeah, become more serious in Age of Ultron. You know, he's
Loki's
not
death.
trying to have more deaths and everything
His
like that.
mother's death?
No, Loki's.
No,
Because I mean, his mother's death just you know,
He was sad
enrages
for, like,
him so
5
much
minutes.
that
Dude, he didn't
Yeah,
even
he just-
cry. I didn't see any, like, during that funeral, I didn't see a single facial expression.
if they would have showed Loki crying,
Yeah,
that would have been cool.
but nah.
And
well,
then
it's
it
playing
just would have
this
showed that
super
he was
sad
putting on a
music.
facade.
Then everyone's like, all right, can we go home? Our queen died. Boo-hoo. But that's what it made me feel like, because it didn't seem like anyone cared. Odin doesn't say
Yeah.
anything. The most person who shows emotion during it is Loki, and I like that.
Exactly, because I mean, you saw the way he was in that room.
Mm-hmm.
He was
Loki
distraught.
Was a
He was
mess.
hurt.
Loki was a mess.
His mother,
I think Thor should have been like that. Odin should have been like that. Nah, dude.
especially Odin.
She dies, and her name isn't mentioned throughout the whole movie, except by guess who? Loki.
Yep,
Loki,
Frigga.
best character of
He's
this
the only-
movie.
he's the only one that said her name after she died.
Dang,
Frigga.
that's 2 in a row that Loki's been the best character in the movie.
Mm.
Loki's beating them. Dang, it's probably why Thor doesn't have a show, but Loki's got his own Disney Plus
Yeah.
exclusive.
I don't know, man, about his show. I'm not that
I'm
excited
hyped
because
for
I mean,
it.
it's just
I like Loki. I love
I
Loki.
like Loki, but I'm just not hyped because he's died so many times. And
But
then
the thing is, he actually
just
did
keeps
die.
coming back.
It's like what
Yeah,
they're
he
doing
did
with Gamora.
die, but
Like how Gamora's alive, but it's not our Gamora. Like I like how you're gonna have to.
Yeah,
Like I wonder, like is Loki gonna become better, or is he gonna like stay evil? I think he's gonna become better. And I hope he meets
This-
back up with Thor. That would kill me if Loki was alive the whole time, but Thor never found out.
nah, this is like
I
an
mean,
alternate
that would
universe
just be-
story.
It's
I
not
mean,
the
Loki.
alternate
I mean,
universe;
yeah,
it's the
Loki.
timeline. But I think because isn't he gonna join like the Time Association, something?
Nah, he
saw
he gets arrested by them.
Yeah, but I remember there were leaked sets of him and then like one of their suits. So I think they're gonna like travel.
Nah,
through
he
the-
was in a prison uniform. That was a prison uniform.
No, it wasn't. I remember it was a
arrested by
leaked
them.
It
photo.
was.
It was a
Because he
leaked
said
photo.
I'm gonna burn this place.
That's
to
not
the
what I'm talking
ground.
about. That's not what I'm talking about. There was a
But
leaked
he was
set
in that
photo.
costume though.
There was a leaked set photo.
I'll check it out later.
But I feel
Yeah,
like
we'll see,
I
we'll see.
hope what they're gonna do with the show is like kind of a DC Legends of Tomorrow season 2 or 3 with the anachronisms.
I think
Like I think that's
season
what they're gonna
3.
because after Endgame, there's probably a whole bunch of stuff that they could have knocked out of place in the timeline. Then they're gonna
Yeah,
force
because
Loki.
Loki was not in
Maybe-
and was not in Dark World.
Yeah, maybe Loki's gonna take a plea deal, and they're like, "All right, you have to go around solve all this stuff."
That would be cool.
That would be awesome.
That would be cool. Him traveling through alternate realities.
Yeah, alternate realities.
and
And
then
think if he
Thor's
did
like
that,
popping up in some
that
episodes.
would give him a chance to pop up later in the MCU. Because so
yeah,
many
and then
people
like
love Loki.
Thor could pop up in some episodes. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm. That's
I
what I think.
like that.
Be like a little maybe Doctor Who, like where it's just like a bunch of popular events are in the MCU with Loki in the background fixing things.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I like that. I like that idea.
But you know the one thing I
like
remember
that
most from this
aspect.
movie?
What's up?
Third act.
Oh, we already know.
Third
Act's
act.
so good. Third act is so good.
So
I mean,
fun.
it's lower on my list, but it's so
It's
good.
so unique. Like, it's the most interesting one. I'm not saying it's the best one, but it's the most unique and interesting one of the movies that we've seen so far.
Yeah.
Like,
well, yeah, it's more unique, but most interesting. I gotta go to the Avengers.
that's what I mean, like interesting and unique.
Yeah.
Because like they're battling through portals, going back and forth through worlds. That's cool.
No, but what really sold me on the final battle is when Thor goes inside of a different dimension, and then the hammer just goes up into space.
The hammer's going back and forth trying to get to him.
Sick. That was sick.
It was like they made a
Like
comedy.
that's
Dude,
smart.
Think about it. The comedy scenes with a hammer as the focus were funnier than all like 5 of the humans.
Yeah,
dude, Mjolnir is
because
funnier
humans
than
are not
Natalie
funny.
Portman.
Earth is not funny.
Yeah, Jane Foster is not funny, but the hammer is funny.
Yeah.
But this third act, like, it is kind of weak because you really don't know what Malekith can do.
You really don't understand why Malekith is fighting Thor.
Yeah, and a villain like that you can't understand their power wouldn't really work in this movie because I feel like that works like for Thanos maybe.
Yeah.
Because he can literally pretty much probably like, do whatever he wants with the gauntlets. But Malekith, dude, what is he?
He's an elf. Man.
He's just an elf. Why is he evil?
Why is he talking in this different type of like elf language?
Yeah. Why does the convergence matter? Why are the Avengers not called? This is literally world-ending stuff.
Give me a week. I can tell you why the Avengers are not there.
Another alien invasion, dude.
No, maybe you'll bring it to us next week. During Winter
Soldier. Nick Fury should have been there on the dot, dude.
Oh God!
Well, I think all the movies have that problem where like the Avengers could have showed up, but I think it's a comic book movie. Probably
Iron
not
Man 3. It makes sense why they wasn't there. I mean, it was just a fight in Malibu, right? They was in California, right? No, they was in Miami. At least Cap should have been there.
I mean, I bet you the Agents of
But
S.H.I.E.L.D.
we weren't really not supposed to worry about that because there's really no logical way they could do why the Avengers didn't show up.
Yeah.
But this third act,
but I can tell you why they didn't show up in Winter Soldier, though.
This third act is fun if you cut your brain off.
Yeah.
Like, if you just watch this movie, you're like, they're punching each other. That's funny.
Yeah.
What do you think? What can Malekith do? Like, Thor, like, he was pretty powerful in Avengers, but in this movie, he's like, punching people. I mean, I can someone.
Like, you know how many times he could have called his hammer?
Yeah. Why did he ride the subway?
He called his hammer.
Why did he ride the? That was
trying to make Jane jealous. He thought he was gonna get some pup on the train.
I think they threw that in just for a comedic thing, but it made no sense. Dude, he was still in Greenwich.
On the train.
On the train. Oh.
Bro.
Where did the murder happen?
Oh, on the
train.
Oh, we're gonna have to explain that in a later video.
Oh
my God!
But seriously, why didn't he call his hammer?
He was on the train.
He could have called his hammer, but he didn't because they had to throw in a comedy scene and a girl rubbing on his freaking nipples.
I think I would have liked it better if it was Beth. If Beth was in London.
Shut up.
On the train. Death was on the train.
This started like this whole movie. Like so many things didn't make sense.
Yeah,
the third act's just an exception because at least it's interesting and enjoyable to watch.
At least it looks good.
Malekith
looks good.
Why are humans there? Oh, they probably threw the humans in there because they didn't know how to make Thor beat Malekith.
Avengers, CGI. Ooh.
Best movie I've seen so far is The Avengers. But wait till we get next week. But what's y'all
Civil War? Greatest Captain America movie ever created.
Yeah, kill yourself. What's y'all best moments?
Hold on, let me disconnect him real quick. Best moments? Dude, when I saw that screen turn black and it said Thor Ragnarok, you want to watch Thor Ragnarok and Disney Plus? That made me happy.
Bro, that was the I would have clicked play right away.
If we didn't do the podcast, I would have clicked play immediately. But best moments, Alright, so what do you guys think about the soundtrack?
He doesn't have any best moments. No, I think my best moment has got to be on all the stuff on Asgard. The stuff with Loki and Thor and the stuff on Asgard. That was pretty good.
Best moment.
Dang, y'all thinking.
Best moment.
Y'all are thinking. Davis, do you have any best moments?
The scenes with Loki in jail. I guess that's cool.
I don't know. I think the end end scene with Loki in the chair.
On the throne? On the throne?
Pretty much all the scenes with Loki I think I enjoyed. But
yeah.
No,
just the stuff on Asgard is just beautiful. I love the aesthetic of Asgard.
Yeah, I love all the aesthetic. What are the shots? Some shots. I forgot the landscape shots of Asgard.
Yeah, those are.
And I like the little heist
that
prep
just
moment.
scene with like Thor's kissing Jane in Asgard with like the pond in the background. That's beautiful.
Padme.
I love that shot. Yeah,
but I do like that little heist moment in the middle of the movie where they're planning their escape. That's cool. It didn't really fit in with the movie, but I guess it was enjoyable.
Yeah, Thor and Loki bantering. It's all right, but
like, there's good parts of this movie. But none that I would go above and beyond the call to say their best moment.
Again, to be honest.
Exactly.
I might watch it again just if you want to like,
Yeah.
I
may watch. I'm gonna rewatch this more than Incredible Hulk, but
definitely because it's just like if you just want a movie to watch,
maybe.
Chilling. Maybe you have a friend over. Just put it on in the background.
Yeah.
Bend over. Wait, what?
No.
Is that what he said?
No, that's not what he said.
Oh, my bad.
What do you guys think about the soundtrack, the score?
Oh, that soundtrack was good.
I think it's pretty.
It was pretty. What?
Dude, I don't know. It was
pretty cool.
Yeah, it was good. It was alright. I can say it's better than Thor. I do enjoy this one more than Thor. Because they actually use the music right. Like the music only really appears in the shots where like he's flying over Asgard.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I feel like this theme, this like score, was actually the inspiration for the new MCU theme.
It actually,
I think it sounds closer to like the Phase 2. Yeah, isn't that the Phase 2 ones? Like that. Yeah, that's like the Phase 2 ones.
Yeah,
it does really sound a lot like the Phase 3 ones.
Yeah,
but
just
it does
like
sound
David
like
said, it has a lot of similarities.
Yeah, I think they probably use the same instruments.
Yeah,
but, the soundtrack.
I will put this in number 14.
It's like it's good for the setting of this movie. Like the Thor one, it's like it was good, but it didn't sound like as grand as this one do. This one sounds like a lot more like fantasy. No, when you think of Asgard and the gods, this is like the song you would hear. But how I feel about this one, I prefer the Ragnarok just because like that's like the type of music and aesthetic I like.
The themes of each Thor movie fits that movie.
Actually, I don't want to say this, but the only two movies where I was actually kind of hyped to the music was this movie and Avengers. Only two.
Yeah, right.
No, for me,
Iron Man 3.
I
like Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3.
First Avenger.
I didn't even notice any music in Iron Man 3 because I wasn't.
The
opening. I like the opening.
The ending.
Yeah, and the end.
The opening was good, but that doesn't really count.
One of my favorite Marvel openings.
The ending montage was just a remix of the original score.
Liked
That's
it.
why the original score is lower.
It's a Christmas movie. Yeah. I like that about it. But it
can't really talk about Thor the Dark World. I mean, I don't really talk about like doesn't even fit inside of the MCU.
Yeah. It's like this is like a side quest. Like say you're playing like Skyrim or something. Like you're playing through Skyrim. You get tired of hunting down dragons and everything, and you just want to do a side quest. Then the side quest he wants you to go to Papa John's and get you a pizza.
But I'm keeping a stat
with you, Davis. This feels.
I kind of feel like it's
at least Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is better.
It's canon, but it doesn't feel like it's canon because no one really cares.
I think
like that's not the problem. It's just like this movie. This movie feels like Iron Man 3, where it's just like its own thing.
Yeah, standalone. Doesn't really want to fit inside of the MCU.
But the thing is, this is right after Avengers. right after that.
Daredevil.
People were craving for more MCU.
Yeah.
And then they get this.
Yeah, because
like they probably turned off
it's like
a lot
Marvel
of
just
fans.
threw poop in their face. Like,
yeah, dude.
Here, you got Iron Man 3. That's okay. We're giving you poop right now.
People say
Wipe
lightning
that
never
off.
strikes
Winter
twice.
Soldier will be here.
Sometimes it does. Definitely not for this movie. They had
exactly.
Avengers.
Like once we wipe off the poop off our faces, Winter Soldier will be right there in front of us.
Nah, they just like spit in your face with this movie. You just cleaned off. You had a good shower with Avengers. Then you wipe the spit off your face, and then you see it. You see the golden light through the clouds.
Winter Soldier. And then following after that, Guardians.
All those clouds just dissipate.
Like I do think
dissipate,
Civil War is a better movie objectively, but Winter Soldier is just. I think I enjoy it more. I don't know though. It's hard.
I would watch Winter Soldier more than Civil War, but Civil War is a great movie.
Like it depends on how I'm feeling that day. Like Civil War and Winter Soldier are both super great. Like they're both so good.
Super great.
But I
disconnect, but oh yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. I was about to say I'm probably like this is probably an unpopular opinion, but I will probably put Civil War in A, probably B.
I don't know. It depends on how I'm feeling when I watch that.
Has to be S.
Because S is reserved for like movies like Infinity War and Endgame. And Black Panther.
Yeah.
No,
I don't think Black Panther not no S. No,
I'm playing around.
Yeah, but
save your ranking.
Yeah.
But Civil War and Winter Soldier, they're
Stan Lee?
both up there.
Oh,
Stan Lee.
Oh, yeah.
Stan Lee. Yeah, but
he wasn't big on screen.
Stan Lee should have.
He was very small.
Stan Lee should have skipped this one.
Yeah,
like the joke, it wasn't that funny. Like this movie thinks shoes are the most hilarious thing in existence.
It's that guy that's in all the movies.
Like that's not even it. Like, it was just like when I first watched this movie, I didn't even know it was Stan Lee because like that scene was so boring.
Like why was Stan Lee in a mental hospital?
Yeah, dude. Stan Lee's God. He doesn't need to be in a mental hospital.
But like disrespect Marvel
just slamming shoes together, you're almost
the greatest
and like right before you doze off, you hear Stan Lee and you're like, oh, Stan Lee.
Oh, cool.
And then you fall back asleep. Stan, it's always good to see him, but I would have been fine if he skipped this one.
Did he have a better cameo than Incredible Hulk?
Yeah. I think his Incredible Hulk one was funnier. Or not even
his
like funny.
Incredible
It was
Hulk
like
was better.
I wasn't asleep during that movie.
But that doesn't mean anything, Sterling.
I wasn't asleep during that scene.
Never think you mean something. Never think Incredible Hulk means something to the MCU.
Just a toxic fanboy.
Well, what do you guys think about the post-credit scene?
Oh, which one?
Trash.
Both of them.
What were they about?
The first one,
I need to.
The first one was great.
What was the first one?
Amazing stuff. Probably top 20 for me.
What was the first one? Oh, it was the Collector. No, I didn't like it. Because I don't like the Collector as a character. Like, he's just kind of... He seems like that annoying dude to me.
Good to know.
I think the second credit scene was better just because it was so stupid. Like he didn't.
It wasn't even Jane.
He didn't even want to kiss Natalie Portman. And dude, no, it's funny because as soon as he comes down from that Bifrost, he was like, "All right, let's get to business." Like, dude, he probably came there, did a little Hulk smashing, and then left.
Yeah,
and it wasn't even Jane. He was like, "Nah, dude, Kevin, please, I'm begging you, don't make me do it. Don't make me kiss her." No offense to Natalie Portman, it's probably more fault on the writers than her.
No, it was because Natalie Portman wasn't there that day, so then
they brought in her character because it was the way she was written.
Yeah, like they brought in like all of these different women, and then like they told Chris Hemsworth to pick out the women that he wanted to kiss, and then he was like, "Well, my wife is down the street, so we can take my wife." Kind of a dick move, right?
Yeah, kind of a pig thing to do.
I mean, no, he'd be more of a pig if he chose the girls. If he chose
that would have been funny if he chose the girl and he had a wife down the street.
That would have been disrespectful, bro.
And this movie came out in 2013. She was filming Fast and Furious 6 around that time. His wife.
His wife was in Fast and Furious.
Yeah, his wife is in Fast and Furious 5, 6.
Never seen
and
any of those.
That's it. It's 5 and 6.
But
and 8. She was in 8, but she died in 8.
This movie,
she got shot.
It's not good.
Damn, imagine dying.
It's not good, but it's not horrid. It is the worst MCU movie just because it's outshined by everything else, but
yeah. And Incredible Hulk dimly, like Incredible Hulk is just slightly over this one. I'm still
Incredible
gonna
Hulk
put
outshines
Iron
this
Man
movie
2 over
with like
Incredible
the flame, with like the lighting that comes from like a candle or a lighter.
Yeah.
Like just
I'm still gonna put Iron Man 2
lit.
over Incredible Hulk, but that doesn't mean Iron Man 2 is not good.
But I feel like I could watch this movie more than I could watch Incredible Hulk. Like if someone like said, all right, you gotta spend 48 hours watching Hulk or Thor 2, I think I'd choose this movie.
Yeah. Because at least it's post Avengers.
Yeah.
Incredible Hulk, they was just now finding their footing.
Yeah, I just feel like they didn't really know. They couldn't really, no matter how good this movie was, I just don't think it could have done good right after Avengers.
Mm-mm.
But all right, let's get to the tier ranking, Sterling.
Tier. All right. Thor the Dark World. I was gonna have this in D. It definitely was not gonna be an F, but I was gonna have this in D. I'm gonna put it in C, but it's lower half of C.
Yeah, I was thinking of D, but I feel like D is too harsh.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give it like,
especially because this movie was actually pretty good. I thought it was gonna be trash.
D because D is like Incredible Hulk tier. That's the only one that's getting D. So this is getting a C for me.
I'm pretty sure I gave Incredible Hulk a C. Or did I give it a D? I think I gave it a D.
You gave it a D. You gave it a D with Davis.
I apologize with that. I meant to get... If I had to watch again to this day, I'd probably give them a C. But yeah, I'd give Thor a C. But it had to be more accurate.
Around that time, we...
give it a C minus.
You giving Thor the Dark World a C minus?
Yeah, maybe just a C. It's not D. It's definitely not B.
No, it's definitely not B.
It's just like middle of the road. Nah.
Meh.
No, if you're thinking about watching this movie, go watch Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Or just watch this movie, watch Rag.
Or watch what's coming next week.
The best Captain America movie.
Bro, I was about to do the Black Widow theme. No. I can't think of the Winter Soldier theme.
If you don't count Civil War, Winter Soldier is the best. But if you do count Civil War is the best.
I don't know. I think they're just like on a
they're the same. Yeah,
sometimes Civil War is higher, sometimes Winter Soldier's higher.
It depends on how you're feeling.
Yeah, it depends on the day.
You
like sometimes, like I feel like I have to be like I don't want to watch Winter Soldier. It's kind of a long movie. But sometimes I'll watch Civil War because it feels like an Avengers movie.
Yeah,
and I like.
And that's one of the things that I like about the Avengers movie. They feel grand in scale.
And, forever
Civil
grateful for giving us the best Spider-Man. The best Spider-Man.
What?
Literally the greatest Spidey of all time.
What?
Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Tobey Maguire, sit down. Andrew Garfield, sit down.
I thought you liked Andrew Garfield.
I like his movies, but Tom Holland's better. Tom Holland is just like he captures what Spider-Man should be.
Andrew Garfield is the best actor to play Spider-Man.
Yeah, he knows
the more qualified actor.
How to play Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Tobey Maguire knows how to play
the adult Spider-Man.
Yeah, Tobey Maguire seems like he should be like if they do a live-action Spider-Verse, he should be the old Spider-Man.
Yeah,
but Tom Holland.
I just don't get the appreciation for Into the Spider-Verse, man.
Yeah, people weren't messing with Miles way before it. It is not the best
one, man.
Like people say, this is the best animated film of all time. No, not.
It made $300 million.
Dude, people are just hyped on this movie after Spider-Man PS4.
Yeah,
because like, oh, Sony best Spider-Man, but I do think
Sony put out the best Spider-Man movie.
I do think Tom Holland is perfect as Spider-Man. No, he captures the youth of Peter Parker
as a teenager,
but he also knows how to be Peter Parker, a high school Peter Parker.
Why are we talking about Spider-Man? This is Thor we're talking about. We're supposed to be talking about Thor.
But next week,
Thor, so golden.
Next week, can't wait. Might have to watch that movie twice.
What, Winter Soldier? Yes, I got the Blu-ray. I'm gonna be having the Blu-ray on one side, Disney Plus on the other screen.
I'm gonna have Disney Plus open on the laptop, on the TV, on the Xbox, on the phone.
I need that surround sound.
On the Apple Watch.
Shoot, I'll watch it.
What are you guys on about, dude?
Because Winter Soldier is goated. Winter Soldier is
And if you disagree,
God.
you can take this ban. If
Civil
your
War
opinion does not
Jesus.
agree with mine, you are invalid.
Winter Soldier is a really, really, really good movie. It's just I like Spider-Man better. So
And that's when he gets server muted.
I mean, I can see your reasoning, but you know. Oh, I can't wait till next week, Davis. I swear to God, if you're late.
Yeah, if you're late, we're starting without you. I'm sorry.
I'm never late. I'm always the first one.
Sometimes you're the first one in here. I remember walking in here and you're always late.
He's only the first one here after he's late.
Yeah, but always be in here when it's like.
He'll always be like, "What are we doing tomorrow?" Yo, guys, I can't do it. I gotta wait till 6. I gotta wait till 6. I gotta beat this level on Final Fantasy. I mean, I gotta do chores in 2 seconds. Get out of here.
At least I do chores, boy.
How do you think I got money?
What?
Down.
Only
Davis,
children,
you know that's
I swear.
You can't say TGG on the mic, bro.
You're gonna get our channels striked.
You're gonna get copyrighted, dude.
All right.
How am I getting copyrighted by something I said?
No, I'm just gonna hit him with the mute. All right, guys, this has been
all right.
This has been Thor the Dark World.
Chandler podcast.
Sean Chandler, get the fuck.
A place to talk movies.
I have one request.
Thank you guys for watching. This is Jacksepticeye.
Hit up the podcast. Larson, hit up the podcast. We'll let you on.
Oh yeah, Sean Chandler, hit up the podcast, please.
No.
Yeah, never die.
If all 14 of you that probably watch this video want to leave a comment, please do. Please. 14
of you that watches the video.
No one's gonna watch this. It's Thor.
I'll watch every video.
Alright, we've gone on just
Brie
for
Larson,
15 minutes
Brie
rambling.
Larson, I'll give Captain Marvel an S rating if you come on the podcast. I swear to God.
I'm giving it an S rating already.
Even I wouldn't even give it an S tier, and it's like I have like 2 posters of it right now.
It's an A-tier movie.
You're saying this for real. You're being serious, not because Brie Larson may be listening. Because she is. Hey, Brie Larson.
I actually do think it's an A-tier movie. Please don't bully me.
It's a very good movie.
Davis, weren't you hating on it a couple weeks ago? Flip-flop?
No, I was hating on you.
Lying.
You don't deserve.
Alright, ignoring him. Hold on, let me hit him with this mute real
Fighting
quick.
over Captain Marvel.
Alright, guys, this has been Thor the Dark World.
Brie Larson, I'm going to keep it a stat with you. Your movie's trash. Alright, let's keep going.
Next week will be Winter Soldier.
High Top Films.
And if you do like this content, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, check that description down below if you missed an episode, and go check out SDUB Nation while you're at it if you know into the Arrowverse Ninjago.
193 subscribers. We just got 193.
Pretty sure you just uploaded a video on Arrowverse Pilots. I don't know, anything you want to say, Sterling?
TGG. Look it up on OnlyFans.
Anything I want to say? No, this movie's wasn't that bad, man. I actually, in all of my videos, when I was promoting the podcast, I always said, "Oh, I dreaded Dark World," but actually, Dark World is not that bad. I don't know what was into me.
Give it a second
the last
chance.
time I watched it. Yeah.
All right. Well.
I think you were. Just
maybe it's because, bro. Yeah, bro.
Right,
on the train.
We'll see y'all next week with Winter Soldier. This has been the
like,
regular
comment,
podcast.
subscribe. See you guys next time.